Hello, welcome to my radio and television station, and I'm Kauji. Here comes the local news. On December 19th, the Central Military Commission held its fifth conference to consider and approve some work contents. The conference discussed the report summarizing the implementation of military and defense tasks in 2022 and mission direction in 2023. General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng, Secretary of the Central Military Commission, presided over the conference.
In 2022, the Central Military Commissions and the Ministry of Defense have led and directed the entire army to strictly maintain the readiness state to combat, formally grasp the situation, actively advise the party and state to effectively handle the situation, formally protect sovereignty and territory, coordinate with the forces to maintain political security, social order, and safety, build and strengthen the national defense of the whole people. Speaking at the conference, General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng noted that Central Military Commissions and the Ministry of National Defense continue to maintain and strengthen the absolute and direct leadership in all aspects of the party for the army. The Military Party Committee must set an example from the party. Each cadre and party member, especially leaders and commanders at all levels, must always self-scrutinize and correct themselves if in any situation difficult or complicated, the quality of alcohol soldier will still be maintained.
Bank leaders said the amount of remittances transferred during that usually increases by 20 to 25% compared to other months of the year.
This year, due to early arrival of Lunar New Year, overseas Vietnamese will focus sending money to their relatives. The amount of remittances promised to be very positive. The report on migration and development conducted by the World Bank and the International Cooperation Organization for Migrants forecast that, in the context of COVID-19 pandemic, accompanied by escalating inflation in many countries, remittance flows to Vietnam are still quite stable compared to previous years. Specifically, the total amount of remittances to Vietnam might increase by 4.4% in 2022 and increase by 3.6 to 4.5% in the next year. Although Vietnam has not recorded an outbreak of monkeypox in the country, the cases have been recorded from returning from overseas countries. However, in the time adjacent to New Year's Day and Lunar New Year, the source of disease entering the country from international airport area is very large, followed by hospital, dermatology specialty clinic for initial signs and symptoms of monkeypox associated with dermatology. At Nội Airport, the medical quarantine department has been arranged with continuous shift at contact point with international visitors upon arrival in Vietnam. As hospital, monitoring and tracing patients if there are suspected cases. Infection control waste treatment have also been arranged. The Central Hospital of Dermatology is now reserved container room to isolate the suspected case. Mask and disinfection are still two mandatory measures that people must take when they go to the hospital.
On December 19, Russian President Vladimir Putin traveled to Minsk and had talked with his Belarusian counterpart Alexander Lukashenko to strengthen cooperation between the two countries.
At a press conference after the talks, Putin said the issues of Russian-Belarusian relations in the economic, cultural, humanitarian, security, and defense sphere were discussed in a constructive manner, calling the two countries the closest allies and strategic partners. Putin and Russia and Belarus are deepening economic integration, together resisting sanction pressures and coordinating to minimize the impact of Western restrictions. We also discussed the issues of forming a common defense space and ensuring security of United States, which include Russia, Belarus, as well as cooperation within the framework of Collective Security Treaty Organization, he said. President Lukashenko said Belarus-Russia talks were constructive and proactive.
On December 19, Sudanese security forces fired tear gas and stun grenades to disperse crowds of protesters gathered in the capital, Khartoum.
The protest comes 2 weeks after the military leaders who staged last year's coup signed the preliminary agreement with political party to restart transition to democratic election with international support. Ireland said that new faces challenges, including limited public support for civil signatories and less on consensus issues, such as transitional judicial processes.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching and goodbye.